Welcome to Midnight Mule FPL. I'm Midnight Mule and this is the video for Game Week 30 where I show you my plans for my team. But before we do that, let's see who did well in Game Week 29, which was a very long time ago. Top scorer in the Midnight Mule Mini-league for Game Week 29 was Will Holbley with Kinder Mbremo with 94 points. And that was managed with Captain Fernandez 34, Marmouche 12, Milenkovic 11, Vissa 8, Robinson 7, Mbremo 6, Raya 6, Gabriel 5. And then, of course, nothing on the bench because there were 4 teams not even playing and Palmer was injured. Top of our league is still Yusuf Irake, I'm very sorry I've not got your surname right. With Atomic, I got that right. 59 points. That was Fernandez with 17 points, Milenkovic 11, Robinson 7, Mbremo 6, Gabriel 5. And again, nothing on the bench. Now, we're in the cup season now, and I got a bye for Game Week 29. Game Week 30, I'm going to be playing Ron Koo with Delulu. And it's a good job I'm playing him next week, Game Week 30, because in Game Week 29, I managed to get 81 points, which would have beaten me. Because I am all the way down in 402nd, and I only managed 36 points. Which is a pretty poor score, even by my standards. Best player was Robinson with 7. Gabriel got 5. Kirk has got 4. And that's about it. And of course, nothing on my bench. So, funny. And what makes it slightly funnier is I actually took a -4 to get that. So it was a net of 32 points. Game week rank was outside of the 6 million rank. So 2 red arrows in a row. However, before game week 28... I did predict I'd get 2 red arrows for these 2 game weeks, which is nothing to be proud about, nothing special. It's just, it was expected. Maybe not quite as big as they were, though. So I'm just inside the 2 million, and I'm 59 points from the top 1 million, which I know might seem bad to you, but I was experimenting with something this season, so I've had a good time, so I don't really mind. And if I can get in the top million, that would be pretty amazing with just 9 weeks left, because it's a long way away now. Thank you very much to everyone who watches. I also had to laugh when I saw that I've got net -1 subscribers in the last 28 days. So that's quite funny. But that's not an invitation for you to unsubscribe. Thank you very much for everyone who does watch the videos. There's a website I like to look at, FPL Gameweek. You can see the Content Creators League. Brian, FPL USA, is currently top. And I've got an idea who they might be, but I'm not entirely sure. So I've not put a logo up there. Ben Krellin's currently second. Top man, and he's very popular this time of year because he makes predictions who's going to have blanks and who's going to have double game weeks where. Praz is currently in 3rd and Oscar FPL Focals in 7th. I'm all the way down in 74th, there I am, which is a massive 40 points behind FPL Heisenberg, who's a further 26 behind Yelena. So none of us are doing great, but I'm doing particularly not great. So transfer plans for Game Week 30. I could roll. If you look at my team, and we'll look at it in a minute, all my players are pretty good players. Ignoring the bench, I can put out 11 good players. It's just that the last few weeks they've not been performing very well. But they are solid players, so I could do nothing. Now, what I was thinking I may do is I could sell Palmer and Foden, who have both been disappointing recently. I shouldn't have held on to Foden when I did. It's been about 6 or 7 game weeks where he's done basically nothing. And obviously I should have got rid of Palmer, but it's understandable holding on to Palmer. So I could sell those 2 and get in 2 Crystal Palace midfielders in Sarr and Eze. And then that would free up enough money where I could get rid of Wood and get in Haaland. Now that would cost me -8, but I'm pretty sure in the next, say, 3 game weeks, the boys on the right would outscore the boys on the left by well over 8 points. However, Haaland hobbled off from the FA Cup game yesterday. So that may not be an option now anyway. And then a third option would be I could simply sell Chris Wood and bring in Marmouche. Because if we think Haaland's not going to play, then Marmouche's minutes are probably going to be better. And possibly Foden's as well. And with this move, I'd get to keep Foden. But then Foden might just play 12 minutes or do nothing at all. So I'll show you my team now, assuming this is the move that I do. And I really don't know what I am going to do, but they're the likely options. So Salah is very likely to be my captain at home to Everton. Even if I end up bringing in Haaland because we hear he's okay, I'll probably still captain Salah. Then I'll have Isak as vice captain at home to Brentford. Gvardiol at home to Leicester with his mates Foden and Marmoush. I'd have Gabriel at home to Fulham. Kirkes at home to Ipswich with his mate Kluivert. I'd have Palmer at home to Spurs. I'd have Areola away to Wolves with his mate Bowen. And of all of these, I think Areola is the only one that would be a bit of a surprise if he returned. I wouldn't be surprised if any of the others did well. However, there are players I don't have, like Crystal Palace players, who could well do very well. And then as for my bench, I'd have Fabianski cover for Areola. João Pedro at home to Aston Villa. He could get something there. Robinson away to Arsenal and O'Shea away to Bournemouth. As for the background picture, in 1850, Joel Halton in America got a patent for the first dishwasher. I didn't really know what picture to do for that, so instead I put up a picture of how my wife looked approximately 30 years ago when we first got married. And there we have it, my plans for Game Week 30. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoy the midweek games and I hope you've been doing better in FPL than I have recently. Thanks, bye.